presidential colloquium. I'm standing in for the president of the college because her internet went down today.
I now see the
And
event, but
so
I don't see the other one now.
we're going to turn it over to Michael. Michael, you're up. The event has 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I see them both now.
I see them both.
I see them both. All right, Peggy, let's walk.
Peggy, you want to change view?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so for some reason my video didn't
We'll go back to this.
Two live streams and this one.
I don't see the second one yet.
Can you go to gallery view?
I agree. My video. So highlight Jeff instead.
I did go to gallery view for attendees.
Tell me what I'm on.
You're on.
Okay, gallery view, I see it. Thank you for attending this presidential colloquium. I'm standing in for the president of the college because her internet went down
I
today.
now see the
And
event, but
so
I don't see the other one now.
we're going to turn it over to Michael. Michael, you're up. The event has 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I see them both now.
I see them both.
I see them both. All right, Peggy, let's walk.
Peggy, you want to change view?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so for some reason my video didn't
We'll go back to this.
Two live streams and this one.
I don't see the second one yet.
Can you go to gallery view?
I agree.
So somebody,
Okay, so for some reason.
all right. I think
Can you go to
it
gallery
was
view?
hard to tell because I had, although I thought I had muted them both, I had the actual audio from the Facebook pages playing.
Can you go to gallery view?
Hard to tell because I had, although I thought I had muted them both, I had the actual
I still
audio
do.
from the. And I've closed the Facebook page.
I just turned the volume down. One thing I noticed,
Okay.
one of them I can rewind, the other one I can't. Can I?
You know which? Probably
Yes.
the one that's straight live, you can't.
The event lets me, because I know that's a setting that
Right,
it's
you
a
have on the
choice
event.
on the event, and
Yeah.
the just go live is. That's what I thought would happen. I thought we would get 2 streams.
Okay, well, 2 streams was certainly a little confusing audio-wise, but it was
Yes.
fine otherwise. And the view definitely switched when you made it switch, Peggy, which is great. And Jeff, it didn't take you long to reset up the stream.
No, it was 10 seconds maybe.
So, and it looked pretty smooth. What we had said we were going to do previously, if we have Facebook Live ahead of time, was have you switch the input so you had the slide as a second input to your Wirecast?
Yeah, I'd be feeding the slides so we wouldn't get any of the pre-practice session or
Exactly.
as attendees were filing in.
Going.
And
Excellent.
I did that last night. That's a little bit of another step in a practice, but I've got notes on that. And since I can do the slide without sound, I don't have to worry about turning sound down and up because the slide comes up and it has no sound.
Right. I like that.
But
So Peggy,
Yeah,
what do you think?
I think it's a lot going on for you. So I think as far as just switching views, I think I'm definitely going to be looking at my webinar attendee view much more, because
Yes.
before I would glimpse at it, but now I either have to keep in tandem as quickly as possible the attendee view and my view,
Yes.
but because like if I go to gallery view for attendee view, I'm not seeing, unless I change mine to gallery view, I'm still looking at speaker view.
Which is confusing.
Yeah.
So
Right.
do you want to try it with the setting to follow host view?
let's see, let's think this through. If we do
So-
follow host view and I change mine to speaker and gallery.
The problem is that if Michael changes his, or if
Exactly,
Jeff or I change ours, it's going to affect it.
right. I feel like that's risky.
Do I have a choice?
I agree.
I don't
So
have a
can I
choice.
make a suggestion, Peggy?
Yeah,
I know it's too many devices, but I think you need to take Sharon up on the idea of having a second laptop. I don't know if you have a strong enough internet connection to run it, but I would recommend that you have a connection that connects to the webinar as an attendee.
so that's what I usually do on my iPad. So I'll just have to, let me make sure that it works with the, oh, we no longer have a phone call on it.
Right.
I think if we open up the phone and leave it, I don't have to touch the phone call. We just open the line.
You want me to call you and see if you can get this?
Yeah.
Now, do you have an attendee account in this webinar?
I will register my personal Gmail now.
Can I take a 2-minute break?
You
Yes.
sure can.
Definitely. Joe, did you have a meeting that you had to go to? Or no?
I'm sure I had something I'm supposed to be at.
All right.
Yeah, I'm missing the equipment distribution meeting, but that's not the end of the world. They don't need me that hard.
Okay. All right. Just
They've got
checking.
Dan, he can answer whatever questions I wouldn't
Okay.
I'd be there for. All right, so if I
Oh,
go
shoot.
back here and I call you,
Okay, so now I am on my AirPods on the phone. That's
okay.
good.
And you can hear me.
Yes. Now on the same iPad, I'm going to join as an attendee. Webinar has expired.
Oh, because it's running, you can't register right now?
I'm already registered. Let's see. Testing. Oh, wait. Okay, let me try this again. Okay, great. So we must be showing gallery view then. Yep, we are. That's helpful.
Yeah, because I don't know what we're showing. I'm staying as is and letting you deal with that.
Okay, so I think this is good. I can see the speaker view on my iPad. I'm going to mute myself on the webinar, so we're only talking over the phone.
Okay.
Don't hear me. All right, so Peggy and I have reestablished the phone call. You're not getting any feedback, right?
Nope.
Excellent. And she is looking currently at the attendee view on her iPad, which helps her know what she needs to be doing.
Okay.
All right.
So I assume you're just seeing me, right?
I don't have I have your video in the center of the screen right now. I'm going to remove Spotlight. I'm going to put the Spotlight back on the slide so that we're as if we were at the beginning again.
There's a little bit of ringing in the background, like feedback is ready to go, ready to kick in.
Uh-oh, that's a problem.
Yeah, I can hear your voice comes back and again, but it's low. If it gets turned up a little bit, then you'll get more feedback.
Right. So I turned down the volume a bit. Peggy, can you say something
On the webinar or the phone?
on the phone? I think I'm going to have to get a headphone for my iPad. Let me work on that. Give me a minute.
When I went to the restroom, I stopped by the studio and logged in with the link that you gave me, Peggy. And I think it brought me in as a panelist.
Yes. Okay, I did give you a panelist link.
Right, but you demoted me here to an attendee, but I joined, I wanted to see if I could get the other system running quickly, and I joined with the link thinking I could be still an attendee, but it made that computer a panelist.
Oh. Huh.
So I just needed to be logged in with both
Mm-hmm.
to be demoted, I believe, from both sides, but that's okay.
All right, so I have a problem. A
Okay.
resolvable one, but a problem. When I am on my iPad, I don't have a headphone in this house that will be USB-C, which is what I think I need for this iPad.
Mm.
So I'm gonna have to get a USB headphone. I can convert USB-C to USB, but I can't convert mini to USB-C. So I'm gonna hang up the phone because we've confirmed that you can do what you need to do, right, Peggy?
Yes. Yep. That's
All right.
good. So we can hang up the phone.
Okay, so at this point in time, I need to see about two pieces of equipment. I need a headphone that I can plug into my iPad so that we don't get feedback from it when we're in the webinar.
Yes.
I need a headset for Jeff's phone so that he doesn't have to be tied to holding the handpiece
Yes.
when we're talking. And we need to do one more test once we get those pieces of equipment. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Have we done everything else we need for the moment, or do you want to run through something else again?
No, I think that's fine. What did we decide as far as we are going, Jeff, you are going to try and record the attendee view? We're comfortable that we have enough machine.
I'm recording it right now on Wirecast 2. I'm streaming to two sites, to Facebook test page and to Switchboard. It's using system CPU is at 46 to 50%. So I also will record on the Broadcast Pick system. I'm not too worried about that. I think with 32 gigabytes, that's much better than 16. I don't think that's going to have an issue. Barbara's working on getting me up to 64.
Okay. So I have one question, Jeff.
Yeah.
On the broadcast picks, what account are you using to feed the webinar to the broadcast picks?
What account am I using to feed the webinar? Well, when I excused myself, I stopped by the studio and I took the link that Peggy sent.
Yeah.
And I came in as a panelist, even though I've been demoted to an attendee.
Right.
I've got to join on that computer ahead of time.
And then when I demote, in theory, both of them get demoted? All right.
We should
Well,
test that. We should test that.
Yes, we should. Are you connected there now?
No,
'Cause I don't see you.
I disconnected.
All right, do you want to take a second to run up and reconnect?
Okay,
So I can try to de-promote
Okay.
you, to,
Okay.
demote you and see what happens?
okay. Let me, before I forget, we can talk about this later before we end this meeting. There's two things I want to talk about. AI Media got back to me
Yep.
about when we can test. She asked next week after 4:30, let them know.
Okay,
Okay. The other thing, this is interesting. I don't know if you know this, but Zoom has been activating high definition on accounts. I asked our rep about that, and I believe they can do that. I just have to make the request. Is that something we want to consider? Don't have to answer me now. I'm going to go. Something to think about. We'll talk about it in a minute.
okay.
Okay, so Joe, I wanted to check something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, we can only check it. We can only check it a little bit, but we can check no, because you're co-host and I'm host. I wanted, do you know, I'm not really that familiar with using raise hands in a webinar. Does it do the same thing and it puts people at the top?
Okay,
Yes.
I'm here.
All right, Jeff. So rename yourself on that connection to broadcast or something, or to Pix or to something I'm going to recognize.
Yep, I'm gonna do that.
Because it really helps when your different connections have names that are
I know.
associated with what they're doing.
How's that?
Okay.
Now I'm gonna mute
Perfect.
stop my video and I'm
Okay.
gonna mute my audio.
Okay. I'm going to demote you now. If I can. Chat. I don't want chat. I have to have your video going. Jeff, I need your video going. I can't.
I
Oh,
I
you
turned it
came
on.
in as a co-host.
Yeah.
You can't come in on that account because you come in as a co-host and I can't demote you.
Okay, then just I'll register as an attendee.
With what account?
Oh, shoot.
That's why I wanted to ask this question. We have to decide, come in again as Jeff Heath Gmail account, which would bring you in as a panelist.
Oh, that's what well, that's what I clicked on. The link was from my Gmail account.
But if you're logged in as Jeff Heath at Smith, it's going to bring you in that way. So leave,
I will. I'll quit, log out. I'll be
log
back.
out, log back
hopefully.
in, reconnect, and then I think it'll work. All right, so I see Peggy. And I assume you're using a personal account that you registered
Yes.
as
Yeah.
an attendee,
Yes. It should says yeah.
right?
The Peggy.
And that's fine. You joined, once we went to attendee, and so that was fine. I just have to get Jeff going and using the right accounts,
Yeah.
right places. Okay. I apologize. I had misinterpreted what Jeff told us last week.
No, I had the same misinterpretation. I misunderstood as well.
Although, Sharon doesn't want us to use Switchboard until we do the AI media test. So, we're fine with doing what we're doing for now.
Hmm. I think that we should then.
Is that, no?
Yeah.
Oh, it came in as Smith Zoom.
It came in as Smith Zoom. So,
Let me try that again.
okay.
Huh. I'm not logged in as Smith.
Are you in the app?
Why am I in here? Let me leave this meeting.
Okay.
I do have an 11 o'clock and I'll need a few minutes before the 11 o'clock.
Okay. And I think if you wanted to head out at this point, you probably could. Now, interestingly enough, Peggy, I no longer see you as a co-host in this meeting or as the, oh no, yeah, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Oh, that's because I'm Michael.
Because you're Michael.
I'm gonna-
All right. Yeah, I think that Jeff and I can work this piece out.
Okay. Okay, I just wanted to, so you did say the raise hands do float to the top in a webinar as well?
Yeah, so I'm at top right now. Go ahead and raise your hand.
Oh, I'm at top on my view.
Okay. So and I think what
Well,
happens is hosts and co-hosts stay on the top,
Yeah.
and then panelists that raise their hand come to the top.
Let me, I'm going to promote my attendee to panelist.
Okay, that works. All right, so somebody just joined as an attendee.
Yeah, that was
Jeff,
me.
Rehearsal panelist joined as an attendee. Excellent.
I was still logged in as in the app.
Yes, that makes sense. But that means that if you join beforehand on both machines using that account, I'll be able to demote you and you'll get the right view.
Right.
But you will have to take a minute to run up there and reset up the parameters when you get demoted, right?
Well, the thing is, on the broadcast picks, I have it preset in the attendee view, full screen, and it looks beautiful. I don't have to reset anything.
But if you're like, for example,
Mhm.
I'm going to go ahead and promote your Jeff rehearsal panelist to a panelist right now. And I want you to go up and see if that changed the feed to the broadcast picks.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to talk to you because I'm not a panelist.
know.
I don't have it. Wait, I'm going to go to the studio to do that rather than run up the stairs because I have a monitor coming back to the studio that shows me exactly what is going to be recorded.
Okay, perfect.
So give me 10 seconds.
Okay.
So this is what I saw. It kind of rolled to the desktop, a web page about the webinar, the kind of login
Yep.
piece. And then it rolled over to what we typically see when we're in the background.
Right.
That is the spotlight person and everybody across the top that are
Yep.
panelists.
Yep.
But
All
it's
right.
full screen, and
But
so
it's full
that's
screen.
what's coming through to the recorder.
Okay, so now
That's
we're going
what's-
to do it again, and I'm going to demote that account back to an attendee.
All right, give me 10 seconds.
Will do.
I'm getting a workout today.
So, Joe, I'm not sure I'm following. We're practicing using this to see what?
For the recording. To
I
use
see.
the broadcast picks for the recording, which is going to give us the best quality recording.
For the attendee view of it.
Right. So if he logs in advance and gets it set up in advance, and when we go live, I demote it. What happened, Jeff?
Everything in the reverse. I saw the web page, and then it rolled over to the attendee view.
Beautiful. That means that you should be able to set up the broadcast picks using that account in advance, set it recording whenever you're ready.
Yep, that's what I typically would do.
Come
be-
down here, we do everything we're supposed to. When we start the webinar, I will demote it right after I demote Wirecast, and it should record attendee view.
Yes. Now, let me just add, we just did a test on the Facebook test page, and we have 2 streams running.
Yes. I
What
don't want to have 2 streams running.
No. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What I can do with the broadcast picks, and this is what my plan was, the fail safe. If everything fails and we still want to get on the air, I can push a button from the control room and go directly to the Smith College Facebook page
Yes.
if needed. We haven't had to do that. But if
Right.
that was in place during the last colloquium, we would have been saved in,
Seconds.
a couple minutes instead of 30 minutes.
Yes. I do think that you should be ready for that as a fail-safe backup.
Right.
Okay?
I agree.
All right. I am going to write up a document that basically says exactly what our workflow is.
Good.
Okay? And send it to both of you, share it with both of you to make sure that I'm understanding what we've agreed to completely correctly. And Jeff has a step-by-step, this is what we're going to do.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. So I know Peggy had to drop off because she has a meeting. And I'm sure you and I both have other things we could do this morning. So I think we can call this session a wrap and reasonably successful. I'm going to try to get you a headset and me a headphone ASAP.